Whittam's World fans, this is Matt McGlynn. I build microphones. Started out with a website called recordinghacks.com. It's basically Wikipedia for microphones. That was the idea. And so it's a giant database of microphone info, and I started understanding what makes them tick and why they sound different from one another. And that spawned a business called Microphone Parts, which we've rechristened as micparts.com. And so what you'll see is we sell a bunch of microphone kits, and they're basically premium studio microphones that are available as do-it-yourself kits. So what that means is you're buying an empty microphone body, a blank circuit board that we custom make, a bag of really great parts, really top-notch components, and a capsule of your choice, and you solder the whole thing together. And the sort of advantage of this is that for $300 or $400, you can build a microphone that sounds like it cost $1,500 or $2,000. The caveats are, number one, you have to know how to solder, and number two, you have to know how to read. And the reason I say that is because we put hundreds of hours into the instruction manual, and they literally go through step by step in excruciating detail about how to build these things together. We occasionally get a customer, usually an old school guy, who just flips to the last page where the schematic is. And he says, I don't need the directions, and he solders it all together completely wrong. And he wonders why it doesn't work. And I said, well, did you see the first 30 pages in the book that said what to do? So anyway, you got to read. So that's the do-it-yourself line. Enough people asked me to build the DIY mic for them that I realized there's a market for finished products. That's a much harder market because I'm competing with everyone here in the room at AES. But I still, perhaps naively, believed I could bring something unique to the table, and I think we are. So that's where Roswell Pro Audio came from. And so Roswell is the company that I have that builds very nice studio microphones. And so I'll give a quick rundown of the line and then jump to the VO mic, which is probably what most people are interested in. So we started out with the mic called the Mini K47. This is a $300 microphone. It's amazing on acoustic guitar. It's amazing on guitar cab. We've got a video on the website where a guy plays like 6 different guitars through different heads and amps, and it sounds great on all of them. New for this show is a mic that we call the Delphos. So this is somewhat U87-ish, although has wider frequency response. By that I mean more air above 12K and more in the deep bass as well. It's a cardioid omni mic with a pad, and it has a fairly neutral frequency response. This streets for about $8.99, and this is new as of this week. We just painted them last week. And then the mic most folks here are probably interested in is what we call the RAVO, sometimes called the RAVO. So this is our purpose-built for voiceover microphone. And George asked me where this came from, and the honest truth is I don't remember if I went to Jordan Reynolds and asked him to help me design a voiceover mic, or if he came to me and said, can you build me a voiceover mic? But one way or another, if you know Jordan Reynolds, he's the guy that voiced this for us. So I built, I think, 3 microphones using different capsules, different circuits, sent them to Jordan, and he wrote back and said what he liked or didn't like about that first round. I used that feedback to build a second round, sent him some more microphones, and to my dismay, he did not say, that's the one. What he said was, well, I like this part of this one and this part of that one. And we did basically a year's worth of back and forth before finally honing in on this. And at that point, he emailed me and he said, I'm putting away my other voiceover mic, and this is the one. So we make this for voice artists. It's voiced, I would say, not as aggressively as a TLM 103, which I know is a mic everybody knows. So it's a little more neutral than that, and I would say, in my opinion, better suited to like long-form narration and explainer videos than a TLM 103 would be. But we kept a little bit of that high-frequency edge in so it can work for commercial stuff too, where you're going for that edgier sound. So this mic comes with this nice SKB case, comes with the Rycote shock mount, which I think is the best shock mount in the world. It comes with its own little desiccant pack to keep the moisture off the capsule. And we've got the ring mount in there too, if for some reason you need that. And that's available direct from Roswell, roswellproaudio.com. And that's the whole story. Thanks for coming by.